Hello everybody, back here again this wonderful day. It's a great day to be alive, and today I seriously want to talk about something that is right there on top of my list, especially for teenagers. Well, if you're a parent and you're tuned in, welcome. I believe you can glean one or two wisdom from what we're going to be sharing today. Well, what we're going to be talking about today is really crucial, very important as a teenager. I'm telling you, if you get this right, you are set for life. Set for life. And what are we going to be talking about today? It's going to be a series, so we're going to be talking about different topics under this particular topic. So I want you to stay tuned, follow through. It will be of great benefit to you. Now today we're going to be talking about mental habits. Not just mental habits, we're going to start with good mental habits, because of course for everything that is good there's the bad, so you could have bad mental habits also, but today our focus is going to be on good mental habits. I got some things written down here. First on the list of these mental habits is the word orderliness. Orderliness. And when I was young, in my house, my dad used to say orderliness is the first law in heaven. And then back then I'm like, how does he know? He's never been to heaven. But kids will just accept anything. And he had it written all over the house, pasted, everywhere. You see it, wherever you turn, you see it. Orderliness is the first law in heaven. So if God cares about orderliness, it should be our priority too. Now, when we talk about orderliness, we're talking about structure. Structure. Sometimes you can exchange one for the other. Either you can say we're talking about structure, orderliness, basically the same thing. So, structure. Now, when we're talking about structure in times like this, I want to talk about structure in this like unstructured times that we are. We might have the tendency. I'm guilty. At a point I was guilty of just falling into waking up in the morning and just let the day ride. Whatever happens, fine. You don't predetermine what happens in your day. You just take the day as it comes. For a teenager, it doesn't work. Now, a few days ago, a good friend of mine, HRH Sambo, was talking about focus. There is no way you can focus without structure. It starts from structure. Focus takes you through the process to an end point. A target, a set goal, whatever it is, you need structure to get there. Now, in these unstructured times, like I said before, there's a tendency to sleep when you like, wake up when you like, play games, stay on your phone, on Netflix. At the point, like I said, I was guilty. But at some point I decided there are certain things I wanted to do. And this is one of them that I'm doing now. Sitting down and having the opportunity to pour out some wisdom to teenagers out there. Teenagers, children, parents, everybody. You can learn one or two things. So I decided, let's have some structure. One person around my house who's always had some structure is my husband. Oh, bless him. He still wakes up in the morning like he's going to work, takes his bath, does his normal morning routine, sits down, he begins to work. Somewhere along the line, he might relax, but he has followed this structure consistently from lockdown day one. He has not deviated here or there. But at a point, I was like, hey, holiday, and myself and my kids. But I decided at a point that it's not going to work. So I called my kids. I said, now I need you to sit down, write your schedule for the day, and I want to see it. I pressed for some time and I did get a schedule from them. And for one of my kids, she does well in the classroom. So I know academic work at this time will not be it. One thing I also wanted to mention, for a lot of parents, when you say mental habits, our minds, I'm guilty, we'll just go straight to academics. I'm not talking about academics here. I'm talking about everyday habits. So I told my daughter, I said, now I want you to come up with one skill, just one skill one goal you intend to achieve at the end of this lockdown? I said, go think about it and come talk to me so that we can work on this together. And she did exactly that. She's always wanted to be able to really draw. I mean, naturally she could draw, but she wanted to give her work some finesse, structure. So she began to follow some seasoned people on YouTube, following their style. Like my pastor would say, don't reinvent the wheel if it's already working. So I told her, I said, follow these people for a while. From there, you will be able to carve out your own style and have your own structure, your own order of drawing. And she's done a bit of that. Now, for children who are lucky enough at this time to have schools who go online and you know, bring their schoolwork to them and all that, you know, I would ask that you have structure, because it's possible to just wait till school time and just bring out your books and sit down like and just like, no. What I want you to be able to do is to wake up in the morning, predetermine that school starts at 10 o'clock. Take your bath, eat breakfast, and sit down. I know from this time to this time is classroom work, and thereafter I have got homework. Then you can bring in Netflix and games for boys. They are guilty. I have one at home. Structure is important. Structure is important. This holiday, don't just let it slide by. Be creative. Come up with something. Work on yourself. Mental habit. It's time to begin to work on that thing you've always wanted to be. And I promise you, this holiday might just be an opportunity for you to be able to identify that innate gift God has put in there. Because now there's no formal school work. Begin to annex those things that you feel you've always wanted to do. Hey guys, here's the opportunity. Be creative. Teenagers, you know, nowadays you think like 3-4 times faster than young people like us. So this is your opportunity. This is your time. Focus, follow your structure, be orderly. I want to glean some wisdom from the good book. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose. The Message translation reads this way: there is an opportune time to do things, a right time for everything on earth. What is right for you to do right now? This is your time. This is your opportunity. Don't waste it. Like I said, my name is Auntie Ombwa. We're working on good mental habits. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop some comments. If you're a teenager, you have questions to ask me, I'm fired up, I'm ready. As a parent, if you need some guidance, please hit me up. I'll take your questions. I promise you I'll reply you promptly. God bless you.